Hello, this is Wmpyr. For today's lesson, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the cloud. Okay, so first, the idea here is going to go to something like a knife. Okay, of course, we could practice this with the stick as well, but let me go ahead and demonstrate with a knife. The first thing is, right? Oh, and I think this will help. Okay, so like I said, we could also do this with a stick. I see a lot of people who practice Escrima, Kali, and Arnis. They like to flip. They like to rotate. They like to rotate the stick. So they're constantly, rotating the stick. And I've said to you guys before that I really dislike that because to me, there's really no purpose in doing that. It's more like just showing off, right? So what I like for you guys to do is then, what do I recommend? And we want this right here, like so. And you don't have to be doing this, okay? Like everybody does this. You don't have to be doing this, okay? You should be doing something like this right here, you see? So what I'm doing right now is I'm making a cloud. This is what I call the cloud, right here. I'm creating the cloud, right? And it's in constant motion, right? So it's random movements I'm making. It doesn't have to be random. It could be your angles of attack. So it could be diagonal, diagonal, side to side, stab, diagonal, diagonal, side to side, stab, diagonal, diagonal, side to side, stab. Or it could be random, like more just free flow, right? So I'm moving it around like this. Why? Well, because if I'm in motion and an attack comes, I'll better be able to move than to go from static, completely still, to suddenly move. So if I'm already in motion, I'm ready in that sense. So that's one benefit right there. We want to be in motion already, getting warmed up, getting ready to go, ready to move, ready to react, right? So here we go. And I know people view the word react very negatively, but it doesn't have to be negative, okay? So I'm watching and I'm doing this. And look, as I'm doing this, you can see the stick is constantly facing them, right? So if they run at me at any point, they're going to run into this. See, right here. So I'm doing this. If you run at me right now, boom, you're going to run into that. Right here, boom, right here. So I'm constantly having this threatening, ready to go. Same with here. So that's the point with the cloud. Okay, I don't have to go attack them. No, I'm just making a construct right here, something between them and me, making it difficult for them to get to me, because if they want to hurt me, they have to get to me. And I'm just making something right here, something that I call a cloud, and makes it difficult for them to get to me. And this is much, much better, in my opinion, much more practical than doing this. like a lot of people want to do this. They're like, yes, I know how to use the weapon, let me show you. And they do that. I think the cloud is way superior. So make the cloud, okay, right here. Now you don't want to do this, because this is, you're giving them an opportunity to come in. Or you don't want to do this, they'll come in. So right here, see? Like so. Boom, 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 boom. Constantly right here. See, I can make circles, I can make reverse circles, whatever the case, figure eights. And remember, I could draw them this way, or I could draw it this way. But I'm making this cloud, all right? So from this cloud, okay, I can make the cloud bigger into what I call the poison cloud. So that is now poisonous. You can see, compared to this, now if I make this, right, that makes it a lot scarier, a lot more difficult for them to come in, and they're going to be like, whoa, okay, that's toxic. I'm going to stay away from that. That's the poison cloud. And that is something really, really good if I want to keep it defensive, right? Now, if I use this cloud, okay, boom, 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 I use this cloud, and of course I can make it stronger. Right now there's no point because they're going, okay, how can I figure this out? So I'm just keeping this right there in front of them, and I'm watching, I'm looking for exit, I'm looking for their, see if they have a friend, you know, whatever the case. I'm just doing this cloud right here. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be like this, because then I'll wear myself out. So I'm just doing, you know, just a regular cloud, not a poison cloud, regular cloud. So from here, as I'm doing this, if I decide to attack with it, so I'm bringing the cloud onto them, then yeah, I'm going to start hitting harder, boom, 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 right? But I'm not bringing the cloud to them. That's what I call the storm cloud. The poison cloud, as you saw, was I'm swinging it around like this so that they cannot enter. It's a poisonous cloud, like a gas cloud that they don't want to come in, right? But if I storm in, like I chase them down, I corner them, I boom, 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 that's a storm cloud. It's a very offensive use, right? And then the other one, the final cloud, is from here, from this, not a storm cloud, not a poison cloud, just a normal cloud right here. Just doing this from here, I go quack, like that, and I go back to the cloud, boom, 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 bam, right here, and back to the cloud. That's what I call a thunder cloud, because lightning strikes from here. So from here, I'm creating this thing, and it's making it difficult for them to enter, and then crack, thunder crack, just attack, and then come back. Come right back to your cloud. And look, what am I doing with this free arm? Just in case let's say they decide to hit this really hard, they go wham, with a baseball bat or whatever. If this comes back at me, I don't want it to hit my face or just hit me. So here, so if you're wondering what this arm's doing, it could protect against that. That's one of the things that it can do. So anyway, that's it for now. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.